gang, 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 gang. What's up, y'all? I'm just playing around a little bit. Welcome to the Chief NFT Strategist, gang, gang, in the building. How y'all doing today? I'm tired, y'all. I'm tired. But I'm gonna get this show in, and I haven't actually thought too much about this one because this one is near and dear to my heart. Talking about blacks in crypto. And that kind of spans to a couple different things. Blacks in crypto, blacks in technology. I mean, we're usually behind on a lot of different things. And but I'm gonna give you some surprising stats on blacks in cryptocurrency and in NFTs. Before I get into that, I want to give you a little bit of history about me. Now, I got some feedback that I moved my mic too much, so I'm gonna try not to do that. Just understand that I am new to this YouTube thing, but every show I'm gonna get better, and I hope you're patient with me. Um, this is coming from a good place. I want to share what I know. I don't want to overwhelm you with too much. I want to break it down, and I just want to be. I want to continue to put out really good content, and hopefully it helps you. You can share it, like this video, leave a comment, and ask me questions. Follow me on my social channels, and just ask me questions. And like I said, pretty soon we're going to be doing live shows. I'm going to be like interviewing businesses, and then I'm going to give them feedback from the NFT strategist perspective. So bear with me. I'm sorry for moving the mic so much. I know a lot of y'all are critical as hell. Now, actually, feedback is great, and I'm trying to get better. And like I said, every show I hope to improve. So really quick, one thing about me, just coming up, there's a gift and a curse about me, especially when I was younger. I was always thinking ahead. I was always saying, in a couple of years, I'm going to get this, one would be that, won't be doing this. So it's been a gift and a curse because sometimes it prevented me from just kind of enjoying the moment. I'm always planning. And I'm going to give you a couple stats on me. When I was coming out of grad school with my undergrad in marketing, I went to a HBCU. And at that particular time, I was pretty confident I wasn't going to get a good job coming out. So I was like, man, I got to get into grad school. And at that time, the most popular thing was the MBA. I'm like, I got to get an MBA. If you understand MBAs, at least at that time, I don't know how it is now, but at least at that time, most MBA programs, you had to have job experience. And at this point, I only had a couple of internships, and obviously I was in college, and in a couple like little uh, like fast food jobs and telemarketing jobs. So when I um, was getting ready to come out of college, and I decided I wanted to go for my MBA, I was already kind of behind the curve because I didn't have a lot of work experience. So I guess that's what happens. You drink a Miller Lite. I didn't have much work experience, so I had to obviously do the application and try my best. And I did so. I actually made a contact with a lady. Her name was Winnie, and her husband worked on the admission department at the college I ended up going to. And so that helped a lot. He got me a book I could study, and I got in. So literally, I was let's see, I was 20 years old. Yeah, was I 20? I was 21, going to grad school. Had an undergrad degree, then going to grad school. And then I was able to actually finish that program in a year and a half. So I was 22. I might be getting the math wrong a little bit, but I was 22 and I had an MBA degree. Still not a lot of work experience. That's why when I told you guys on one of the shows that it was hard for me to get a job because of the recession, and then I didn't have a lot of work experience. But anyway, um, I'm telling y'all this because one of the things I remember is that when I was in school, I would actually get flown out to different places like Connecticut, Boston, and I would be participating in programs with other grads and trying to get jobs and stuff like that. And one of the most striking things I remember was I was always like the only black there, and it was always fascinating to me, man, because I've always been very, very, very confident. But when you don't see anyone like you, like, it's a little discouraging. Um, and then, keep in mind, like, um, I went to public school my whole life. I went to all black schools my whole life. When I went to grad, that was the first time I kind of went to a school that wasn't all black. But that was like a commuter school. Like, it wasn't no campus. It was literally you come to class and you leave, and it was very international. So um, I was up until that experience. I was used to seeing people that look like me. So like I said, going on these interviews, just not really, really getting or seeing many people like me was always interesting, to say the least. Fast forward, moving on, my job. I was a little more diverse there, but the people at the leadership positions were always Caucasian. Um, One of the reasons why I knew I couldn't climb the corporate ladder or didn't want to, one, uh, because I'm an ownership nut. But before I realized that, I realized, like, for some reason, well, I ain't gonna say. So hold up, I'm not implying my color, and I'm not saying I'm not implying my color, but I just knew that climbing the corporate ladder wasn't for me, because I was not. I always question everything. We've been in meetings. I'd be like, "Why are we meeting about this? This makes no sense." And that always seemed to give me marks. And when I would get like my reviews, they would say you need to work on this. And then when my review came back around, I crushed everybody with my numbers, blah blah blah. They still wouldn't hire me. So eventually, I said enough is enough. I'm getting the hell out of here, and I left. Uh, I went to an agency, and then that started my entrepreneur journey. Um, but anyway, the moral of these stories is I always seem to be the only person with my hue in certain situations, and I didn't like it, and I still don't like it. I mean, fast forward now, one of my big goals when I started Body uh, back in 2014, going into 2015, I said I wanted to be a successful Black tech billionaire. I mean, I'm one of them guys that I'm always like, where's the Black Facebook? Where is the Black Twitter? Where is the Black Tesla? Why don't any blacks own these major concepts? Because one thing, if you study business like I have, if you read books like Good to Great and you just understand it, I mean, that's fascinating to me. But when I read these books and these concepts, and it's never a person of color that is leading these things, like, I'm like, no, I could do this. Why can't I do this? Why are we not doing this? Like, and the crazy part is, man, I'm talking about a bunch of stuff, but the crazy part is the news always portrays us as one or two things: an athlete, entertainer, and that's how we define success within the Black community. But I'm like, man, the companies, you want to own a company, that's where the real money at. And so I like to think, I'm not a gloom and doomer. I know there's definitely people out here doing things. It's just not enough, and hopefully it will be more. But yeah. What's the show? Oh, Blacks in Crypto. So I want to show something to y'all, because I think it's pretty dope. Give me 1 second. All right, I'm gonna show you this one. Okay, the title of this one is a recent Harris poll. founded 23. Oh, let me read the first part. The title is African Americans Outpace Whites and Hispanics in Cryptocurrency Investment. Is it a new avenue to Black wealth building? Well, I read that wrong, but is a new avenue to Black wealth building opening up? I don't know why they wrote it like that, but so after years of being skeptical about Bitcoin, and let me see, this was in October 2021, so not too long ago. After years of being skeptical about Bitcoin, Black Americans are leading cryptocurrency revolution in 2021. A recent poll found that 23% of African Americans own cryptocurrency compared to 11% of whites and 17% of Hispanics. A survey by the University of Chicago. Oh, I don't want to read all that. Many African Americans use a Bitcoin after being left out of traditional banking and wealth building. Even unbanked Black Americans can create a Bitcoin wallet their funds online or through Bitcoin debit cards. Unbanked people can also use Bitcoin low-fee debit cards like BitPay or Paxful. I don't know anything about that. But the purpose of this is that we're understanding the significance of crypto. And I'm going to show you a video in a second, even the significance of NFTs, obviously, and just other forms of cryptocurrency. So let me show y'all that video. Let me stop sharing this. And let me share this. Okay. This is the part. Definitely, I'll put the links to these articles and this video in the description. This is definitely a good video to watch. Let's check this out.
One of the things that jumped out at myself and a number of members on my team was the fact that Metaphor's board is made up of 6 men of color, which is a bit of an anomaly in this space, particularly in the investment management firms. So I'm curious, how did this partnership come to be, and was this an intentional decision?
Yeah, no, I mean, listen, everybody on the team is extremely dynamic. I've known these guys for a very long time. So, you know, how this kind of all came about, you know, Nabil and the Rocker Labs team from Miami, they were my first LP, my first investor when I did my first fund in 2015. So they've been early players in the crypto space from an investment side of things. And, you know, when I moved back to Miami, it was only, you know, it was only right that we partnered together. So I reached out to Nabil, I reached out to Juan, and we ended up kind of forming this partnership. So they kind of trusted me and my vision. And then I think collectively it all kind of worked together. And you know, I think you're right. I mean, it's unusual. You don't see a lot of investment funds that have, you know, an entire, you know, base that is, you know, Black, Latino, Indian, Asian. I mean, you don't, it's sort of atypical, but I mean, I think that's one of our best attributes. I do hope to add, you know, a few women to the general partnership, and I've definitely been, you know, trying to attract a few to the team. So that's kind of the next thing that we need to add. But I think diversity from an investment perspective is definitely going to add alpha and additional yield for our LPs. So really important.
They say shooters need to shoot. So I'm not sure if that was a bit of a pitch there, but women, slide into Brandon's DMs if you want to be a part of the team. And just speaking about the opportunity that's in crypto, the opportunity that's in NFTs, we understand that people of color have been left out from a lot of these budding industries for so long. And a recent Harris poll out of the University of Chicago actually found that Black Americans are leading the cryptocurrency revolution. 23% of African Americans own cryptocurrency compared to 11% of white Americans and 17% of Hispanics. Is this something that you're actually seeing on your day-to-day basis of what you're doing?
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't necessarily say like on a day-to-day basis, but I would say, listen, you know, Black people in particular are very connected to culture. And, you know, when you think about the internet and you think about memes, you know, I mean, all you have to do is, you know, check the vernacular, check, you know, what's happening in culture and music. And certainly Black folks are on sort of the front foot of that. And so it doesn't surprise me to hear those kind of statistics. I think where you have this sort of gap is the financial resources to actually participate in some of these new economies that are starting. So from that sense, I think there's still a little bit disparity, right? I think some of the folks who are early in the technological world, who are early, in IT and have been buying cryptos for a very long time, these kind of first movers definitely have an advantage. But when you're looking at, new products and new participants in the space, I certainly think African Americans and really minorities broadly are interested in getting involved in the space. And I am seeing that.
Okay, guys, I don't want to play too much of that. Y'all can check out in the links in the bio, in the description. Well, let me stop sharing my screen. Cancel. Oh wait, did I even share? I don't know if I shared or not, but y'all heard it. But anyway, really quick, I wanted to read this guy's background. I never heard him before, but he seems to be a beast. Basically, his name is Brandon Buchanan, founding and managing partner of MA4 Capital, a crypto-focused investment management firm. Damn. Okay. Everything we're doing now, and we're starting with art and collectibles. He's talking about NFTs will shift to gaming and everything from ticketing to events. So it's always good to see articles like that, or see videos or articles like that where you actually have blacks that are doing big things. I mean, their whole board is African American men. So that's pretty dope. As far as some of the things he said, all right, yeah, I won't drink any beer anymore. I just didn't want any liquor because I don't know. Never mind. Anyway, what was I talking about? Oh yeah, like his whole board is African American men. Oh, I know what I was about to say. He made a point about, being black. We're all about culture. And I think, to be totally honest with you, I think we're tired and we're trying to get ahead. I mean, I don't want to get into the history of us being denied so much. I mean, I'm all about the now and working forward and building a better tomorrow. But with that being said, I think people are tired. And so we're trying to jump into what we can jump into to try to help us speed up. I mean, I talked about in past shows, like when you grow up poor, like I did, and you see your friends that got bank accounts and money, and parents got really successful jobs and they've owned real estate for years. You're like, man, I got to catch up. So you got to naturally take more risks. You got to put yourself out there. And unfortunately, when you don't have the financial resources, like he said, sometimes those risks, if they don't pan out, you kind of take a step forward, you take a couple steps back, and then you jump. That's how you got to do. I mean, it's tough, but that's what you got to do. So I live in the world of no excuses. So I'm not really like willing or want to dwell too much on the past. I want to figure out how we can move forward and get to a point where we are wealth building. So once again, I think we're tired. So we're trying to jump into more things. I'm not the biggest fan of those statistics. Just because we're in it don't mean that we're making the big money in it. He kind of alluded to that in his response, because they've been in crypto so long and they got so much money into it, they own in most of it. We're getting into it, and the biggest thing that I've seen in this crypto space so far is that there's a lot of scams, and a lot of people are getting into it, but a lot of people are losing money because this is a very, very it's not too friendly. And so it's nobody that's really going to hold your hand and walk you through the process. So you're going to be like, oh man, I'm hearing about these NFTs. I'm hearing about this crypto. I got to get in. So you get in, and the next thing you know, you lose all your goddamn money and you're back to square one. And so you need people that are actually going to be honest and bring transparency and authenticity into the field. Now, a lot of people seem to think that scams are just gonna that's just a part of this world. I like to think that because if we get more honest concepts and projects and people that come into this space, and then we create a way for the newbies to come in and learn and not get taken advantage of, I think it's a win-win. But the most important part of the video and of the article is that we are getting into it as Black people. And that's the big point of this video and of this, this episode today, is that I want us to know, listen, I truly believe that crypto and NFTs are a way for us to start to wealth build. And so you got to learn it, but you got to, like I said, participate with projects that are trustworthy. You got to get behind leaders that are really creating an environment that we all could win, not just the top of the totem pole that's making all the money, and that's where all of the hoopla and the articles and the it's focusing on the rich getting richer. No, we need to create a platform and a way for the everyday layman person to come in and be able to understand this thing, get help, and ultimately make money from it. And that's where I come in, the chief NFT strategist. I'm just looking to create an opportunity for regular everyday people to come in and make money in the space. If you got a business, employ some strategies to use NFTs now while it's still early on. I mean, we cannot miss this boat on Web3. And I'll talk a little bit more about Web3 on the latest show, but we cannot miss this boat on Web3. We have to be involved, and we have to be creating strategies for our business, for our personal, whatever we're doing, and make sure that we don't miss out, because this is the now and the future, and there's so many opportunities coming from it. So, all right, let me get out of here. I talked a lot. I actually wanted to show y'all a Bitcoin video, but I could talk about that another time. Anyway, unemployable. And yes, I do wash this shirt. I mean, somebody said to me, you have that same shirt on every show. But guess what? How you know I don't have multiple ones? I mean, I own this. So, but I only have one shirt. But anyway, I do wash it. I do wash it sometimes. I mean, the good thing about being a YouTuber, you're in your house. So if you are funky, who cares? Well, I do care, but anyway, you understand what I'm saying. But anyway, unemployable. The link is in the description. Please go pick up a shirt. I have this in men and women. So there's going to be a link for men and women. I mean, we got other shirts on there too, but right now, this is the only one I have, because I don't know. I just been busy. I haven't ordered any more shirts. But anyway, unemployable. Once again, this shirt represents mindset to go out there and get your own hustle straight, build your own businesses, put yourself in position, no matter what credentials you got, that you are going to build your own. And then make sure you go and mint a Bar Gang NFT collectible. It's at bargangnft.com. That's also in the description. We're selling for 0.85 ETH, which is about $320. The plan is being rolled out. All of these points that I'm talking about: transparency, authenticity, a plan. Imagine if you had a Bar Gang collectible, and every time you went into a bar restaurant, you got a discount. Or say you were going to the club, if that's still your thing, and there's this long line, but then you show them your Bar Gang collectible and you get rushed straight to the VIP. That's the world we're creating, amongst other things. The body relaunch is coming, and I'm excited. Oh, I'm touching my mic again. Sorry. It's coming, y'all. And yeah. Am I missing anything? No. But yeah, Black people, let's get it, man. Let's get it. Don't just do it. Do it. Yeah, do it. But take it from someone like me that got burned, in a lot of different things. Do it correctly. Do your research. Align yourself with good people. Yeah, let's do it. So anyway, I am the chief, the NFT strategist. I'm drinking the Miller Lite, and I'm having a good time today. I'm tired. I'm probably going to take a nap after this, and then it's back to work, because I'm at a point right now where it's all about work. No 4-hour work Anyway, I'm out of here, y'all. Peace.